Hello again, Cards TV time. It's also men's tennis time with head coach Rex Akarma. I'm Sean Moth. Great to see you again, and a lot to talk about. The 2011 Big East champs get into a fall season and some shoes to fill. You got some empty shoes sitting in the locker room, and you got a lot of quality kids to come in. How'd the fall go for you in the squad?
The fall went really well, and you're right, Sean. I mean, those are some big shoes to fill, arguably the best class in program history. They're going to be one of a kind, but we really feel that these freshmen coming in are going to make an impact right away. Sure.
You kind of opened the season with an invitational down in Orlando that gives you an opportunity to go to the sunny state of Florida, bring in a lot of quality teams, and get the guys some really good experience right off the bat. And I know you're real happy with how things went.
Right, Sean. 4 out of the 5 teams that went to the UCF Orlando Invitational were in NCAAs the last year or two. So it was a quality field, and we did very, very well. We won a majority of our matches, and every player got a ton of matches in. So I really feel like we're sitting at the 4th or 5th match of the season, not the first one, because of the number of matches we played in Orlando.
By nature of the senior class leaving, you clearly do have some returning players, but there's going to be a number of first-year players. I would think with all the Childs and Maximchuk stuff they see around the Bass Red Tennis Center and all the stories they've heard and all the publicity they've read, that maybe they could be inspired to kind of make their own mark, and not to say anything bad about those guys, but to say, let's stop talking about those guys. Let's talk about us.
Absolutely. I think I think the Fab Four felt like after the ring night, that was it. The page is turned. We've got some good returning players with seniors. I call them the fire department because they're always fired up, and I think they're going to lead the way. But we do have those guys have been kind of been the supporting cast. Now they want to be the stars as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how they develop.
Talk about some of the individuals in particular that you saw in Orlando that made an impression on you and how they played.
Well, I think Sebastian and Albert and Chris, those 3 were our best 3 players in Orlando. They won almost every one of their matches, and some decisively. Andrew Carter was our best player. Andrew Carter and Michael Lippens were our best players in the fall. So, and Robert Hall's game is really resurging all at the same time. So I think all the pieces are really going to come together, and I think that Orlando trip really kicked off the season the way we needed to.
I would imagine you as a coach, you know, the longest tenured coach here at U of L, you've established this program and people know what to expect. But I would think some of your coworkers and some of your opponents, some of the coaches are going to say, oh, we're going to have to see how Rex, you know, replaces this group, because
right.
I'm sure it's a challenge to you, and that's got to excite you.
It's definitely a challenge, and I think, you know, already, Sean, I think people are going to underestimate us. Just our national ranking, we haven't even played a match yet, dropped 6 spots.
Wow.
Which I'm okay with. I understand, because
sure.
They know the top 4 players left, but I think some teams are going to really underestimate us, and they're going to be shocked to see the level of play. Especially, we've got a new player named Louis Elizondo that's going to help this team out right away, and he's a great talent as well.
One thing that the program has done since Rex has been here is defend home turf, and you guys have Thursday opportunity against Xavier and Austin Peay, and I know that the kids on the team, whether it be the veterans like Robert and Andrew or the newcomers, they understand what it means to play at Bass Red.
Absolutely. I asked the seniors to come up with some team goals for the season yesterday, and that was goal number 2, that we finish this entire year undefeated at home. So they're pumped up. They understand the legacy of it. They want to continue. And also Austin Peay and Xavier, both of those teams played in our fall invitational. So they wanted to get a head start on our new courts. So they're going to be familiar with it, and it's going to be a battle.
Outstanding. We also focus on Sunday. You will make a trip to the nation's capital, that area of the country, to face a Maryland team that you haven't seen in a while.
Right. I mean, Maryland is... That's a good team. Last time we played at Maryland, we lost 4-3, and it was an absolute battle. We're going to go there a little bit early, Sean. I think a lot of my players have never been to the nation's capital. I want to take them to maybe the Washington Monument or the Lincoln Memorial. I think that's an education in itself. I mean, those are things that if you're close by and you're in America, especially for the internationals, you've got to see.
No question. I think it's something that a lot of teams have been taking advantage of, and sounds like a great opportunity for you and the team. Best of luck to you on Thursday. Excited to open it at home, and safe travel as you head to Maryland on Sunday.
Thanks, Sean.
For Rexa Carm, I'm Sean Moth. We'll talk next week right here on Cards TV.